Fjortov. He's done brilliantly here. Fjortov, great skill, and a chance here for Thorne!
McMahon having one last burst down that flank, and it's across the goal there, and it's in by Fowler.
A fortnight ago we had a double washout, a bog at Bolton and what you'd have to call a paddling pool at Palace. Both pitches unplayable, both matches postponed. But happily tonight there's no such problem. 2 cup final places are still up for grabs. Liverpool with a 1-0 lead to defend at Crystal Palace, that match coming up live from Selhurst Park. And we'll also have highlights in this programme from Burnden Park, where Bolton start 2-1 down to Swindon.
Of the first half remaining here at Burnden Park, and it's still Bolton Wanderers 0, Swindon Town 0. However, it could easily have been Bolton level on aggregate. There was one splendid shot by David Lee after a fine link-up with Jason McAteer that hit the inside of the post and came out again. Swindon's best effort, and most of the time they've been defending as you'd expect, came from Ty Gooden, the former Wycombe winger, who went close with a good shot right across the face of the Bolton goal. Swindon are defending well, but Bolton have got the feel for this, and I think it could be a long rearguard action for the men from Wiltshire. 0-0 at the moment. To the near post, Horlock's header, it's gone in! Fjortov claims it! I think it was Horlock's goal. It's academic as far as Swindon are concerned. They have got a vital breakthrough here. 11 minutes gone in the second half, and Swindon increase their aggregate lead. A dance of delight from Fjortov. If it was his, it was the simplest tap-in. It was a magnificent corner from Beecham. Wickedly floated away. Horlock's header. Fjortov made sure, and Swindon have cancelled out Bolton's away goal, and more importantly got a vital 1-0 lead on the night now, and 3-1 on aggregate. Niall stabbing it forward. No foul given. Fjortov thought he should have had a free kick. Patterson hits it in long to Patalainen, that's a lovely ball. Thompson, chance here surely. It's turned in. And Bolton are level. Brilliant effort from Thompson. McAteer following up to make sure, and Bolton have got the goal they needed. 19 minutes of the second half gone. 1-1 on the night. 3-2 now to Swindon on aggregate. Beautiful layoff there by the substitute Patalainen. Thompson went straight for goal. Hit that one well, came back off the post, and McAteer on hand to turn it in. Excellent build-up. Thompson unlucky not to score himself, but he won't mind that. McAteer made sure. Phillips. Patalainen. Still Patalainen. Great effort! Oh, a magnificent goal by Patalainen! 20 minutes to go. Bolton Wanderers have levelled the tie on aggregate. A brilliant goal. And since Bruce Rioch made the double substitution, Bolton have come to life. And it was one of the subs who provided that spectacular goal. Mixu Patalainen, his 11th goal of the season, and it could hardly have come at a better time for them. 3 minutes to go then at Burnden Park. Bolton lead 2-1 on the night, 3-all on aggregate. Thompson drives it in, it could have gone anywhere and still could! And McKinley tucks it away! And that surely is the goal that will take Bolton Wanderers to Wembley!
Achievement. You must have aged about 20 years after a cup tie like that.
Well, we didn't play well first half. We didn't play as a team. And when they scored, really, it was a matter of just, we had to make the changes. We may have made the changes beforehand, but then you throw your dice into the ring, and we put the 2 players on, and we turned up trumps. But great for the players.
A 1-0 down, did you think the tie was slipping away from you?
Well, you think it's going to be a long, hard climb, but you know, you've got to get a goal back into the game. If you get a goal back, then anything can happen, and that's what happens.
Let's have a word with the goal scorer, John McGinley. You've scored some important goals. How does that one rate?
Oh, that's going to be up there, Rob. Important, you know, as the boss says, we went behind. They had their tails up a little bit, but I thought the second half we were all on top in the second half.
And what about the prospect of going to Wembley now?
Oh, great! I mean, it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I tell you what I was thinking again. Tremendous.
Yeah. How they do in midfield. If Liverpool get at their back four, they'll really be in trouble.
Well, Jack, here they are. Look, they're coming out here. The crowd are anticipating it as well. The two teams on their way. Liverpool nearest to us there. Crystal Palace, led by Darren Southgate. Ian Rush with Liverpool. The crowd are welcoming them here at Selhurst Park. This is the second leg of this Coca-Cola Cup semi-final. Liverpool, of course, with their noses in front. 2 minutes into injury time at Anfield. Let's join our big match commentary team here tonight of Ron Atkinson, who's alongside Brian Law.
Thanks a lot, Bob. Wembley, here we come, for one of them at least. Let's have a check on the teams to start with. And Palace really have given a big throw of the dice for this one without Chris Armstrong after those drug revelations. Now Chris Coleman moves from defence to attack for the first time in 2 seasons to replace him. Eric Young gets only his 3rd game of the season at centre-back. Key man John Salako moves from the left flank to the right with George Nadar playing on the left. Liverpool meantime, well, much more recognisable format they strike. As expected, Stephen Bjornaby is on the left side of their defence. Those 3 centre-backs, Phil Babb, Neil Ruddock and John Scales, no doubt determined to keep Liverpool's advantage from that first leg. And with Ian Rush and Robbie Fowler around, of course, there'll be no shortage of attacking options for the visitors tonight. The referee tonight is Keith Burge from Tonopandi, the man who called off the game quite rightly a fortnight ago. Let's just take a check on the subs as well. For Crystal Palace, Bruce Dyer, Ricky Newman and the goalkeeper Rhys Wilmot. And for Liverpool, Mark Walters, Michael Thomas and their reserve goalkeeper Tony Warner. So it's not entirely a new task for Chris Coleman. He's a very versatile player. He's started, I think, as a left back. He's been playing brilliantly at centre back this season. And it was a couple of seasons ago that he was seen quite often to very good effect in Crystal Palace's attack, but it's the first time that Alan Smith as a manager has picked him in that spot. But as Alan says, we really had no option because he wanted to have plenty of width with Salako and Nadar. Well, here's Neil Ruddock. Now there's a guy who would be delighted that the match was called off a fortnight ago. He wouldn't have been playing then because he had been suspended. Now that suspension has been served. Ruddock is on, and of course Chris Armstrong, who would have been playing a fortnight ago, is not playing tonight. You just fancy maybe the balance has swung just a little bit to the way of Ruddock and Liverpool. Ron Atkinson, your view, has it swung a little bit Liverpool's way?
Yes, I would think so with the events of the last fortnight, but only very, very narrowly so. He talked about, just interesting there what Jack was saying about Salako playing on the right-hand side. I rather fancy, they're going to use him there to drive in field off his left foot. They probably think that Bjornaby playing as an attacking left winger or left wing back, if you like, will leave a lot of space. And I think you'll find that Salako, who for me was the best player in the field in the previous match, will try and exploit that space and run at those back 3 defenders. I just don't. I wonder whether they might. If you remember from the first leg, Brian, they used Darren Pitcher very much as a man-to-man marker, McManaman. And McManaman actually led him a dance. He went into an orthodox right-wing position and didn't half-cause some problems, even leading up to the goal in the last minute.
But how do you think Liverpool will play it tonight, Ron? Will they absorb as much as they can and look for whatever is on offer?
I think the way they're playing at the moment. A fortnight ago, Liverpool were having a little bit of a sticky patch. Goals weren't flowing, but since then their league results have been good. They're scoring goals, and I think they'll try and kill them off. They'll defend, of course they'll defend if they have to. But if you look at their midfield, they haven't got a natural defender in midfield. Their strengths are popping it about, as Jack said, and with Rush and Fowler, you've got great strike forces.
Terrific atmosphere. A crowd of around 18,000. With a delayed start because they had problems getting in. And now One night away from the final at Wembley on April the 2nd, and away we go. Palace in the red and blue, Liverpool tonight in their change strip of green, white and black. Gordon just planting it forward, Coleman on the chase. John Scales, well used to this pitch, played here with Wimbledon, of course. Solako instantly across on that left-hand side. They've got a good long throw on him, and it looks just what he's going to operate now. That is a good long throw towards Coleman, but Liverpool well able to get that one away. Rush coming deep to collect it. And a lot of space out here for Bjornaby. Southgate coming across to try and close him down. Barnes, the back heel there by Redknapp, didn't come off. This is Rob Jones on the far side. Good confident start, passing movement here by Liverpool, and Nigel Martin just allowing Rob Jones's long looping shot to clear the crossbar, and a goal kick for Palace.
First class example there of how Liverpool nowadays can counter-attack. And if you think back to the league game, the first game of the season when they got well hammered, Palace, most of the goals came from Liverpool counter-attacks.
Yes, that was an amazing day back in August when Palace, actually those wounds have healed remarkably well. So far as their defence is concerned, they conceded 6 on that opening day here against Liverpool. Here's Gordon. Now actually they've got a very good defensive record. If they could get their noses in front, Liverpool might be posed a problem or two, and it's Palace with a corner.
Yes, I think these are the situations they'll try and exploit as well. The Crystal Palace Air Force, if you look at them. Coleman, Priest, Big Young, who's back in the fray now. They've got some massive fellas that can make these, if the delivery is good, to make these sort of situations count.
Young right in the 6-yard box now. Deep corner, but it just looped out of play actually. It'll be a goal kick to Liverpool. Rush. And the corner conceded. Ruddock goes up, Scales goes up. Baber stayed back with Rob Jones. So just as Palace plunge their 6-footers forward, so Liverpool are here. It was Richard Shaw who got it away. Barnes played in again deep. That time it was Coleman doing the defensive work. Fowler. Bit of space here for Redknapp. Not a good scoring record, Jamie Redknapp of late. I think it's something like 1 goal in the last 27 games. My goodness, he's been an influence through that midfield as there's been a resurgence in Liverpool's fortunes. Southgate, in goes Pitcher. Priest chasing, but that got the header in, and Scales carves it away to safety. Solako. That's a good swinging cross. Oh, and the keeper had it. He's lost it. Coleman had a shot charged down. Oh my goodness, and how did Priest fail to put that one over the line? From the moment David James had dropped that ball, both Coleman and Priest looked as though they must score. Neither of them did.
That's a big deep cross. He's come a long way as David James. Now he had all of the ball there. That's brave defending, by the way, by the Liverpool defenders. They've made 2 great blocks there to stop what would appear to be 2 certainties.
Scales with that header. McManaman with the clearance. But a skirmish that will certainly give Palace great encouragement.
I think it will also signify, Alan Smith talked about a battle plan, and I think you've just seen it there in a nutshell. It's not going to be pretty, it's not going to be, if you like, patient, it's going to be route one, and it's going to be get everybody in the box if they can, as many of those big guys in the box.
Well, he said we're going to go out all guns blazing, and that really does look to be the way that Palace want to play this tonight. But Ruddock now for Liverpool to Redknapp, and now to Jones. There's a good break by McManaman. Oh, it's a good break by Nadal. Alex gone across to stop him. Solako. Real quick silver play there by Solako, seeing the loose ball, and has knocked a lovely cross in towards Southgate. Coleman tries to turn it back. Palace turning the screw here a little bit, and in the end it's Redknapp who gets it away.
Well, this is just what the manager wanted. He's lifted the crowd. There's a buzz about Crystal Palace, and they're giving Liverpool a torrid time over the last few moments.
Palace throw.
I don't think we'll see anything clever on this throw. It'll be straight into the danger zone and then try and fill in behind the ball.
Coleman may well be the target. It is indeed. Doesn't quite reach him though. Pitcher plays it in. Priest. And just as well that David James, standing 6'5", stretched up, because a shorter keeper that might just have crept over and in.
It's just as well as the Priest couldn't have got more on it, Brian. It was always stretching. Darren Pitcher keeps it in the box, and all Priest can really do is just help it on its way. Say an intentional sort of jab at a player that they're entitled to be booked or something like that.
Salaka with the throw. Sportingly getting it back to goalkeeper David James. Once of Watford. England under 21. And there he is with the clearance. A good long clearance it is towards Fowler. Again tangling with Patterson. Barnes playing the ball through. Swift, and a severe challenge there. And a great save by Martin from Steve McManaman.
That's a vital one, isn't it? I mean, there, you can't clear it from the mud. Little interception there, and hardly any backlift there, and a very early shot. And that's a brilliant save from Martin.
The challenge again by Nadar. A little jink that bought him a yard. Tries to find Robbie Fowler. Beaten in the air though by Shaw. Here's McManaman again. Salako charged that one down. There might be a bit of space here for Barnes. Changed his mind a couple of times, then spotted Rush making that run towards the left-hand side here. Bjornaby's in here too, and Salako holds him off. Scales and Ruck are forward again. Ruddock going for it, but it was big Eric Young, followed by Gareth Southgate. Redknapp spreading it wide again. Good spell this for Liverpool. Bjornaby again. That's a good cross, a deep cross coming towards Scales again, and they get another corner.
It's also a big header from Dean Gordon, isn't it? Because Scales was coming right onto the end of that cross from Bjornaby.
Redknapp going across to take this corner for Liverpool. Scales and Ruddock are poised again. Barnes on the penalty spot. Big, swooping, swirling corner again. And Scales with the header just wide.
Taking a little bit of gamble on those corners of Crystal Palace. They're leaving Priest up the field. Now, he's a big fella. He must be 6'2", mustn't he? You know, and Liverpool are dangerous on those situations. There is a big header from Scales and nobody on the post. And nobody.
McManaman on that far side now. Pitcher right there with him.
He uses that free roll very intelligently, Steve McManaman. Popping up all over the place, sometimes going as an orthodox flank player.
Oh, there's a chance for Rush here. There might be a chance for Fowler here, and it just squeezed away from both those Liverpool strikers.
Well, that was a great throw. It was a clever throw in that, nearly brought them an end product.
Fowler came off Patterson.
They've weathered that storm, you know, Brian. Look at this, a clever run on the inside here from Jamie Redknapp. Just can't get enough on it. Rushy can't quite pick him up. There's a good toe in there. But Liverpool are starting to grow now, Brian.
You want to be? Martin's ball. It's a crucial time for Crystal Palace. You're quite right, this Ron there. Hit a long ball now, which Priest will chase. Bad. Struggling to hold him off. No foul. There's McManaman again, and there's Pitcher again, and he's got Fowler through, and the flag has stayed down. Could be a problem here, and they've scored, Liverpool. Robbie Fowler.
No question, not even a semblance of offside, Brian. It was a great little run, a typical Liverpool goal. Started many years ago by Ian Rush. This lad looks as if he's going to continue it on for the next, I don't know how many years. Finishes it with great aplomb though. I mean, there he's got plenty to do, you know, picked his spot just inside the side net. But it's the run and the pass from McManaman that does. Watch the timing of this little run now. He's no way offside there. No way offside. I mean, we're sat in a perfect position here. But he's still got plenty to do, hasn't he? That's a magnificent finish.
Well, it's making life extremely difficult now for Crystal Palace. The lead goes to 2, and of course it's an away goal. Southgate with a shot, but no problems there.
You could smell it though, couldn't you, Brian? It's been happening, they've been growing, they've been teasing, they've been picking at Palace. Palace hadn't had much since they're early, when they had that early sort of momentum. They haven't been able to pick that up. And Liverpool have just picked them off there.
It's 27th of the season. The scourge of Palace in time added on at Anfield. The scourge of Palace. Hit long towards Rush. Young was there as well, but Rush in fact made it, but Patterson just for a moment wondered whether he should have passed it back to Martin. Martin, it seemed, didn't really want it, so Patterson got rid of it into touch. Barnes, Fowler, Redknapp. McManaman. Barnes to Bjornaby. John Barnes.
I think one of the important things here that Crystal Palace don't concede again. Just blocked him off there. Patterson's just blocked McManaman off. I think he'd have been under that little threaded ball from Barnes. But as I say, Brian, I think it's so important now. Even if they stay at 1-0, which effectively is 2-0, at least they're still in with some sort of a chance.
It's McManaman taking it from Jamie Redknapp. Back to Redknapp again. Played it in again. McManaman! Terrific bit of goalkeeping again by Nigel Martin. Rush playing it in once more. Scales tried the overhead, and an acrobatic and an accurate one it was too. But again, falling for Nigel Martin.
Brian, at times their football at the moment's breathtaking, I think, Liverpool. Look at this interplay, interchange. Another good save. I mean, he's had one at each post there, Nigel Martin.
Priest with the header for Palace. Coleman trying to get things going again for Palace. Nadar outside him. Gordon coming up in support. He's tricked. That's the problem with Liverpool. You trick one and there's always another you've got to beat as well. He beat Rob Jones.
Oh yeah, the tails are up at the moment now. They're running on pure adrenaline at the moment, Liverpool. It wasn't always like this in the game, was it?
Southgate getting there fractionally before Bjornaby. There's 3 minutes of the first half left. Liverpool leading 1-0 here. 2-0 on aggregate. Robbie Fowler scoring both at Anfield and here tonight. Maybe just repeat again if you're joining us late. The match was held up for 10 minutes. Just to let people in. Here's Rush. Fowler on the far side.
That's experience here in Rush. He's not going to hurry it now. He's just going to take his time, make sure they keep the ball, buy a bit of time.
Redknapp.
Get the whole team up in support of him.
That's the first slack anything almost that Liverpool have done tonight, apart from David James missing one early on, which very nearly produced a goal for Crystal Palace. Other than that, it's been, as Ron was saying, a breathtaking Liverpool performance again. And here's McManaman. You have to look around, you think there may be 3 McManamans on the field. He seems to be everywhere. There's his shot.
You know who else has done? I mean, there's been some good Liverpool performances, and I'll qualify that by saying in the half an hour from now. I thought the first 15 minutes, Crystal Palace were the better side, and possibly could have been two ahead. I mean, if you look at Ian Rush, for example, the way normally we associate Rush, the great goal scorer, his target play and link-up play has been great. Every time the ball's knocked into him, he drops it back to the support midfield players, and this little so-and-so's off again.
Now, what will he do? McManaman hits it long, but it's wide. Going to time at it on. Liverpool at the moment very much on course for another appearance at Wembley. Leading here 1-0 through Robbie Fowler's goal. And 2-0 on aggregate, thanks to Robbie Fowler's goal at Anfield. And Alan Smith, the Crystal Palace manager, with a lot of talking to do in that Palace dressing room at half-time. Palace 0, Liverpool 1, the score here tonight, 0-2 to Liverpool on aggregate. Well, it's a tough task now for Crystal Palace, Ron.
Yes, they need something in the first 15 minutes. They need a lifeline, and the only lifeline they're going to get is a goal. If they can get a goal, it gives them belief, it gives them the drive, if you like, to see it through over the final half an hour. But if they allow Liverpool to set up those passing routines like we saw it just before half-time, Brian, well, it's going to be a long 45 minutes for them.
Well, Bruce Dyer on for Crystal Palace in place of George Nadar.
Yes, Salako, as the public schoolboys call him, is playing on the left-hand side.
What, sorry?
Salako looks as if he's coming onto the left-hand side.
Yes. We're just checking with both linesmen, both goalkeepers. Everybody's ready. And away we go. Liverpool get this second half underway, and if they perform as they did in the first half, they surely are going to just 45 minutes away from yet another Wembley appearance. They've won this competition 4 times, in 81, in 82, in 83 and 84, and Ian Rush played in all of those. So Nadar is off, George Nadar, and Bruce Dyer on. Youngster bought from Watford for £1 million. Few chances in attack, but he's really quick. Nadar, we understand, has got a hamstring problem. Southgate touching that one on. Might come back for him again. In the end, it's Redknapp who gets it away clear to McManaman. Liverpool, in fact, aiming to appear at Wembley in this competition for the 7th time. They've won it 4 times. They've twice been beaten finalists. Martin with the clearance, hits it to Pitcher. Now to Patterson, came off his hand, straight to Rush. In goes Babb, Rush again, a little ball played back to Redknapp. McManaman trying to get in, just nicks it away from Salako there. Here's Jones. Fowler's in the middle. Still Jones, might fancy a shot himself. It came off Eric Young. Patterson. Barnes picks this one.
That's lovely for for Bruce Rioch and his team, isn't it? And when you think of some of them that was thick and thin, Matt Lofthouse and president.
Well, here's McManaman. Fowler waiting in the middle. Barnes coming up fast. McManaman. Just sure, but Patterson just stuck out a foot and got it away. McManaman still threatening trouble here for Crystal Palace. To Rush. To Barnes, onto the left foot, onto the right foot. A little ball there played for Ian Rush again, played back again to McManaman, and now back to Jones. They're teasing Palace here. McManaman once more. Looking to get to that byline. Throws it across the goal there. Shaw can only get it as far as Jones again. Redknapp. And in the half-time interval, Liverpool certainly didn't lose their appetite for this game. But then they lose out. It's Coleman. Plays it short for Salako. Down the line for Chris Coleman. In again for Salako. Towards Priest. The linesman was flagging, the referee acknowledging it maybe wouldn't have counted, but it was still a nifty piece of goalkeeping by David James, and a good header from a good cross from John Salako, which will certainly give Palace a bit of encouragement. I'd still like to see Salako much further forward than he is, but he's now amongst the front men as Patterson plays it in for Southgate. Oh, but he's been stopped by Redknapp. Redknapp looks around and there's certainly plenty of support for him. Fowler, McManaman, and on this side Rush. McManaman. Redknapp. It's it straight to Gareth Southgate.
I think that's the impact McManaman has on the team at the moment. Nobody hesitates to give him the ball. You know, even top players like Ian Rush, as soon as they see him available, they pop it off to him and let him get on with it.
Just as Babb is getting on with it here. That's a lovely cross by him, and Fowler not quite able to get onto it. But what a great run by Phil Babb, and what a terrific cross at the end of it too. Gordon now for Crystal Palace. Scales again beating Coleman in the air. Here's McManaman for Liverpool. Dionovi's made a break. Still McManaman, he's shown too much of that surely to the defender, but Salako then gets in, hacks it away, but only as far as Jones. Rush. McManaman. Redknapp. Barnes. Rush. Well, they gave him so much time to get his shot in the end. Wasn't that difficult for Nigel Martin?
Yeah, they're getting very, very spread out. The very fact that they're trying to keep men up the field means as a team they're getting very stretched, and they're giving a load of space for Liverpool to play when they've got possession.
Linesman flagging for a foul, I imagine, by Richard Shaw, shoving on Fowler. A free kick to Liverpool. Gordon with the clearing header. Salako to Pitcher. James putting Babb in just for a moment in a spot of bother there. I don't think Babb was really expecting that one and didn't really want it. Throw to Palace. Patterson with it. Pitcher. Dyer. Dyer again. Yes. Done well here. Got himself a yard. Coleman's with a header. Well, Dyer did well there for them.
Dyer did well. Chris Coleman knows, you see the expression, he should have scored here. He's got first run on Scales. It's a lovely ball. He's got enough his height on his jump there to stay behind it, and he really should have buried that one. That's the best clear-cut chance they've had. All right, they had the scramble in the first half when the shots were charged down with that.
10 minutes of the game left now. Babb. Barnes. Fowler chasing, Shaw going with him. Shaw in the end making it difficult. Oh! For Nigel Martin, the crowd enjoyed that. And makes an excellent clearance. Well, not so excellent was the challenge by Jones on Salako. Free kick to Crystal Palace. Young's going forward rather late. And Martin, I think, for a moment, the goalkeeper was going to take the free kick, but Richard Shaw's going to do it instead. Big guns are all forward. It's a fairly big gun at the back there as well, 6'5", David James. Here's Shaw's free kick up towards Coleman. Allison first to show. Long there towards Young, who'd stayed up there, but it's a goal kick. Make of that, Ron?
Yeah, I think they're just getting overexcited now. Here's Bruce Dyer, it is a bit actually. And he comes and cleans it all out altogether. I mean, it's a little bit wild now, isn't it? I mean, okay, you're 2-0 down, desperately upset in a semi-final, but that really is losing the head.
Bjornaby certainly felt it.
Just thinking there, if the score stays like that, the camera panned on Roy Evans a few moments ago, didn't it? When you think he's been there with Shankly, he's been there with Paisley, he's been there with Fagan, Kenny Dalglish, all the legends, Graham Souness. Now it looks as if he's going to take a team there in his own right, and that's brilliant because he's a super little fella.
Well, he's learned the best from all of them. He's kept his counsel, and now with Doug Livermore on the right there, he's getting Michael Thomas warmed up.
Hope he don't learn too much from them. I don't hope he hasn't learned too much from them.
But as you say, he's a genuine guy, and he really has brought about a terrific rehabilitation in the fortunes of Liverpool Football Club. Now, Bjornaby, the Norwegian, is clearly struggling, and Roy Evans is obviously going to consider making a substitution. Just about 6 or 7 minutes left now. And I think Bjornaby's okay to go on. The game will proceed. Dyer. And again it's Dyer.
He's upset them, Brian, hasn't he?
Yes.
He's upset them, Dyer. Very often you see Barnsley and Rush having a crack like that.
Pitcher. Gordon. Can they find a way through? Salako curling a super one! And James at full length. That was a terrific bit of play by John Salako. He looked up and picked that spot and curled it around there. That would have just crept inside the post. And Palace get a corner. Salako with it towards Southgate. Addison couldn't get really much leverage on that one, and McManaman brings it away and finds Fowler. And he runs straight into Shaw. The throw given Palace's way. And on the Liverpool bench there's a whole lot of arm waving there at the referee. They felt that was a foul. Pitcher on Barnes. Barnes himself getting involved. And leaving a Palace player on the ground.
They don't really want this, Liverpool, you know. They don't want the game heated up now.
Salako's the injured man here.
I'm amazed at John Barnes there all of a sudden with his normal poise and composure, giving free kicks away unnecessarily like that.
Salako's free kick, floated in, going in a long way. James. Nigel Martin. Barnes.
To be fair, Brian, Liverpool can only lose this themselves now if they start losing their head. If they play with the composure and sort of the passing abilities they've shown for the majority of the game, they'll just win pulling up.
Fowler to Barnes.
If they want to make it frenzied and frantic for the last few minutes, then they might have a bigger problem.
Too canny for that. Scales.
Well, I would have thought so, but I was surprised at Rush and Barnes before. Because they're the two you would expect to take control of these situations.
Here's
this is the lack.
There is. Oh. He's very angry about that one. Dean Gordon just catching him. And Gordon will get a yellow card.
Yeah, that's a good decision. It's a right decision, but look, it's hardly a yard to work in. He's hurdled him, he's pushed him.
Yes. Throw, not a Palace throw. Liverpool quite happy to do everything at a stroll now. They've dictated the pace after that first 10 minutes, that great opening burst from Crystal Palace when they might have scored once, might have scored two in fact. After that it's been Liverpool all the way, heading now for their 7th appearance at Wembley in this competition. Won it 4 times, remember. To play Bolton on April the 2nd. But here's Priest. Will the last word be with Crystal Palace? Not with that sort of shooting. Have a look at the referee's watch. There goes the final whistle. A superb Liverpool performance. Robbie Fowler's goal. Steve Manaman, the man of the match. An all-round performance of high skill that has swept Crystal Palace aside. 1-0 only, 2-0 though on aggregate. Enough to put them against Bolton Wanderers in the final at Wembley on April the 2nd. 0-1 on the night, 0-2 on aggregate. That's the story of this Coca-Cola Cup semi-final from Selhurst Park.